looks like we're live on YouTube. Okay, let me go ahead and just let people know I'm here. Hello to all. This is Capricorntigress of Astrology, lookinside.com. Welcome. I always put my little welcome message up there. And I'm going to pull up where the aspects are, where the planets are, just to see if anything is happening right now that we all need to know about. Also going to light some sage over here. Try to ground things a little bit. And I hope you can hear me. I'm using what I hope is my... Oh, I hope it's recording. Hold on, let me make sure. Okay. I never can tell because I can't see a light or anything up there. So I'm using my computer instead of my microphone. And I'm hoping it picks it up. I did something on Facebook the other day and it seemed to pick me up pretty well. So I'm hoping that it's going to do that tonight as well. I also brought my shades and I don't know if those will help, but so that you guys can see me shuffle the cards. I do that sometimes, so we'll see if that works for you guys. And let's see here. First thing I want to do is just go over where some of these planets are really quick so everyone knows where they are. Because I know some people actually count on me to let them know where these planets are. So I really want to make sure. And I'm just maneuvering my crystals, getting them out the way and clearing everything. Okay. Put my lip gloss to the side. Okay, so here we go. We are looking at where these planets are. Right now, and see, let me be honest with you guys. I'm going to keep it 100. I wasn't even sure I was coming today because I've been asleep for like basically, and look at my little arm, all my little arm fat showing. I'm just saying, it's not like it's the best time for me. So right now, Cancer is at 17 degrees and the Cancer sun is at 17 degrees. Wait a minute, why is my head not all the way in here? Okay, at least I'm more in here. So anyway, the Cancer sun is at 17 degrees in 24 minutes. And my rising is at 17 degrees in 51 minutes or something like that, or 44. Nice little sextile, my moon and my ascendant, since I have a grand trine. It could be why I actually woke up and got dressed today. I want you guys to know, y'all might look at me on a Wednesday or a Saturday and go, that girl is always flossing. Always got her makeup on, always looking sharp. Y'all don't see me the rest of the week. Sometimes I'm just looking, y'all don't want to know. And I feel proud that I managed to get myself together and come out here to do these readings for you guys tonight. I just want you to know. I put them off till like, what, the 8th? I've had no energy since that moon. I mean, before it and after. I'm a double Capricorn, okay? I was born with a Capricorn rising and a Capricorn sun, and my sun sits on the ascendant within like 2.5 degrees, and I've got Saturn in the first house, and Saturn is in the first house right now in Capricorn, and I don't even know how to explain to you. I mean, because it's Saturn, Pluto, Jupiter, right? They're all there, and my ascendant, they're all like 23 degrees is within 5 degrees of my ascendant. So it's like, I can tell you that Pluto in the first house, really, I read about it, but I didn't know what they meant. And they said, it'll be hard for you if you're used to not being in the spotlight, or it'll be hard for you if you're used to hiding. And I got a bit of a ham in me because I have Mars and Leo, but I'm used to hiding. I'm a hermit. And literally, I'm a hermit. And so, I mean, one tarot reader called me a nun. I mean, so stepping outside of my comfort zone every week and coming here, it's a big thing. And it's been hard. I think maybe it's why it's taken so long for me to get to 1,000 subscribers, but I'm so proud we did. We finally made it to 1,000 subscribers. It only took me like 2 years. Like, yeah, right. Nothing comes easy for Capricorn rising and Capricorn sun. And I realized that, and with Saturn in my first house, it's like, you better work. Now turn to the left. Now work it, girl. Now turn to the right. Now you're right. I gotta work. So let's talk about where these planets are. As I said, the sun is at 17 degrees of Cancer. And I'm gonna cut this down. I've got this is in the background. It's from some Spanish guy. And what he did was created like this little money come to me type of video. And I listen to these type of things all the time. And, you know, I can understand why my mind is on my money and that money is on my mind right now, because the moon is at 4 degrees of Pisces, and that just happens to be in my second house of money. So, you know, I don't know where Pisces is for you, but this Pisces moon is moving slowly into several conjunctions. Right now, it is trines, okay? Right now, it is trine Mercury, and Mercury is at 5 degrees of Cancer. And so the moon and Mercury are actually trine right now, because Mercury is retrograding, so it's going back to an exact trine. That's good. That's good for thinking about money. Like I said, your mind on my, like I got my mind on my money and my money on my mind. And that's exactly what the moon on Mercury would mean if it's in your second house. But depending on what house it falls for you, it may indicate where your thought process is right now. Also, as that moon moves forward within the next, say, 12 and a half hours or so, it's going to trine the sun. And I think that's going to be really positive. I hope I do got some money coming, because I can do with some money right now. I will say that if you go to Fierce Fine Fab, I don't know if I've got these up yet. I sell these. I do have a fiercefinefab.com, and everybody's welcome to go there. That's another website I have. Anyway, here I am plugging things. But we've got, let's see, Venus at 8 degrees of Gemini. And that is actually sextile Mars, which is at 6 degrees of Aries. So I love that Mars is in Aries, and it's going to be in Aries for like the next 5 months. In fact, they said that this Mars in Aries, which, you know, it's home, but Mars is going to be in Aries longer than, normal, than any other planet or sign would have Mars. So be aware, that's a lot of aggressive action. That's a lot of initiative action, like I want to be number one type thought process. So be aware of that. Venus is direct. It's so that's good, because it was retrograde. Mercury is still retrograde. So you guys, look, with Mercury still retrograde, it is very possible that your thinking might not be doing that great. Like, especially like wherever this Mercury is, it's being supported by the moon right now. So wherever this Mercury is, it's retrograde. And I can tell you, I just made another purchase, and I told myself I wasn't going to make another purchase. I will say it was $13, so it wasn't a huge purchase, but it's the idea that I keep doing it. And I really don't want to keep doing it. Everyone's got their something. And for me, the Mercury retrograde, I think makes me realize that I do spend my money in a weird way. So that's very interesting. Jupiter's at 23 degrees of Capricorn, it's retrograde, and Saturn's at 29 degrees of Capricorn retrograde, and Pluto's at 23 degrees Capricorn retrograde. Jupiter and Pluto are conjunct. That's big thinking. I think there's a lot of big thinkers out there. There's a lot of big action happening and a lot of major changes. I think a lot of major changes due to the causes that people believe in, very Jupiter. And I really see how that's really played out over the last few months, actually. But we're really going to feel that, I believe, right now with this Jupiter and Pluto conjunction going on. It's whatever. I think a lot of people are going to be changing their belief systems. They're going to be changing them, adjusting them, tweaking them, hell, getting rid of them, throwing them out the window, and coming back with a whole new belief system. So I really see a lot of that happening for a lot of people. Also, Uranus is at 10 degrees of Taurus, and it's not technically making any aspects, at the moment, but let's not forget that the moon is in Pisces, and soon it's going to make a sextile to that Taurus Uranus. So that could shake. I think it's going to be positive. I do think, though, because Pisces tends to be a little cloudy and Uranus tends to be a little jumpy, I think there might be something that might occur when the moon is sextile Uranus in a few hours. So be aware of that. Also, Neptune retrograding at 20 degrees of Pisces. And so, Neptune in Pisces is we're at home. There's a lot of confused people. A lot of confused people. Like I said, a lot of people have lost their, if they had an ideology, a belief system. I believe so. A lot of people's belief systems have been really they're being adjusted. And let's not forget, the sun at 17 degrees and 24 minutes is just about trine that Neptune at 20 degrees. And that Neptune's retrograding, so it's going to trine sooner than later. It's technically already trine. And I do think it is just what I said, people really examining their belief systems. I'm praying that people are learning to live more compassionately in their hearts, caring about their fellow man, that type of thing. Also, the North Node is at 28 degrees of Gemini. It is retrograde, and technically the only thing it's doing is making it in conjunct to that Saturn, but that's creativity in one way or another. I think that Gemini, North Node, Gemini anything, making an inconjunct to Saturn at 29 degrees of Capricorn that's a very welcome thing, because man, that's heavy. 29 degrees of Capricorn, retrograde, that's so stern and a heavy taskmaster. I think this is why we keep getting flashes of this from, DT. And it's not a good idea, DT. You're a Gemini, so stick with your Gemini things. That hard Saturn, I'm a dictator thing doesn't work. Okay, we finally have Chiron at 9 degrees of Aries, and 9 degrees of Aries is sextile Venus at 8 degrees of Gemini. I think some people could be working out some love issues, some love problems, some love pain, some love hurts, some old wounds, some things that have been really buried deep inside and hurting for a very long time. I do think that some people can really figure out a way to get through and work through those things right now. And that's a very, very good and positive.